before writing the code, you should think about the algorithm first. Given a linked list, right, that is already sorted by absolute values, right? By absolute values, you have to sort the linked list by actual value. So what I mean is, let's say the input would be something like -1, or let's say 1, pointing to 2, pointing to -3, pointing to -7, pointing to -8, pointing to 10.
Okay, sir.
And the output should be in actual values, right? So if we sort in actual values, it should be -8 should come first, then it should point to -7, then it should point to -3, then points to 1, then points to 2, then points to 10. So there's something like that. So yeah, that's it. Go ahead.
So as I am able to understand the question, sir, I'm
Hmm.
supposed to means I have to return a means a sorted linked list, which is already sorted based on its absolute values.
Yes.
Okay, sir. So I'll start my means explaining my initial approach, sir.
Okay.
So basically, sir, let me put down here something. So suppose, sir, in my initial solution, I'll be using a dynamic list, suppose an array list, and I'll put all the elements into the means array list, and then simply sort them, and then again form a linked list. Uh, means I'll cost that will cost big O of n space. And
Okay.
also, if I'm using means any kind of sorting algorithm, then my uh, suppose I'm using merge sort, so my time complexity will be n log n. Okay. And also, sir, if I'm using a merge sort, then behind the scenes, I'll be using also the space which I have mentioned, sir. Means merge sort also requires the big O fan space.
Got it. Got it. Makes sense. So let's try to optimize this approach.
Okay, sir. So I'm thinking of a approach, sir, which means kind of uh, don't use a extra space, auxiliary space. Means I'll try to do it in a constant space. So basically, if I try to move linked list in a forward direction, suppose I strike a negative value, sir.
Okay.
So intuition will be, sir, I'll be putting that value at the head of the list.
Okay.
Okay, so that would be means that would surely provide me a good solution, means a perfect solution, because as I'm moving towards the list to the end of the list, so actually the negative values, means the values which are negative in the linked list, are basically in a decreasing form. They are not in an increasing form. Suppose, sir, I'll only extract from the first example. If I want to extract the negative values, then I'll be having -3 and -8, which is just as a reverse sorted order. Means these are sorted in a, I can say, non-decreasing order.
Okay.
So my intuition will be, sir, suppose whenever I encounter a negative entry or a negative node in my linked list, I'll be putting that node at the start of my means list, at the head of the list, and I'll be doing that for every possible means negative node. So
What about positives?
I'll means just skip them. Means they will be in my final answer, they will present in the same order, sir.
Okay. And what about the complexity for the solution?
Actually, deleting a node from the middle position means I'll require a few steps. Let me write down the steps. Means I'll be transversing the list.
Hmm.
Okay. Then I'll be, suppose I'm encountering a node, then I have to remove a node. So remove the node, and also after that I have to put the node at the means first position, or I can say at the head pointers. So I'll be putting the node at head of the list. So basically, it will be a, I can say, a linear approach, and also with a constant time complexity.
Okay, let's code it out quickly.
Okay, sir.
Which
So
coding language you're comfortable with?
actually, I use Java, sir.
Java, right? Let me make it. Okay, let's get started.
Okay, sir. So suppose I have to. Okay. So I'll be using some base conditions. That would be simply if my node is empty, or it contains, suppose, only one node, then simply my list, I'll return the list. So for that, if my, let me take the this as a head, then I'll be more comfortable. So this is my base condition. Now, in order to maintain my head pointer, so I'll be using a means a temporary pointer to traverse my list. So basically, that would be, sorry, I'll be traversing my node till I reach the end of it. So till temp is not equals to null, I'll be traversing my list. The only case in which I have to do the work is where the temp dot value is smaller than 0, means the value is negative. Okay. Sir, is there any way through which I can means expand my editor?
Expand your editor means
Means to full screen.
full screen. I'm not sure. Let me check that while you do
Okay.
this.
Okay, sir.
It doesn't look like one. I don't think the feature is here.
Yes, sir. It is not there. Okay, so sir, I'm also maintaining a previous pointer. So
Okay.
basically, in order to delete the means current negative node. So
Okay.
if my current negative node's value is negative, then I need to assign my previous pointer. Okay. Okay. Okay, my previous dot next would be temp dot next, and my temp dot next will be null. Then I'm left with the node, and I need to assign it as at the head pointer. So basically, my suppose I have to save my head in a temporary head, then need to point my head towards the temp. Need to put my temp dot next to the okay temp dot next to the temporary head. Okay, basically this is the step 3. Now also, as I have lost the transversal, means my temp is lost, so I need to means reassign my temp, means my temp would be temp dot next, which is the previous dot next value. Okay, okay, and my in this case my previous remains the same. Also, in the case which I am not means encountering a negative value, I just need to okay. So basically, I added some base conditions and took a temporary value variable as the head of the list, and also my previous pointer as the null. Okay, I think there will be some more means base cases, so I'm looking for them. Okay, so if I in this step if I encounter a negative value, okay, then I have to remove the temp node and assign it as the head node. So okay, okay, okay. So suppose my first value itself is negative, uh, -1, -2, -1. Okay, so I think I'm good to go with this approach now.
Okay. Let's say uh, your first value is negative, right?
Yes,
So your temporary is not null. You will get to line number 21. If temporary dot value is less than 0, it is less than 0, right?
yes.
Now, previous dot next, line number 23.
That would create a null pointer exception.
Why?
Okay. So actually, I have taken in the first step my previous as the null, sir.
Can you handle this case?
Yes, sir, I can handle this case, sir. So basically, in this case, my previous is null. Okay. Actually, I can also start with the head dot next node. That will not create a problem, sir.
Hmm.
And assign previous as the null means as the head.
What are you returning? I don't see any return condition.
I'm returning the head, sir.
Where?
In the line number 42, sir, at the end of the
Oh,
first.
okay. But are you updating head correctly?
Yes, sir, I'm updating head correctly, sir.
Okay. Line number for 24 and 29. Are they both required?
24 and 29.
Yes.
Okay. Actually, I'm using line number 24 to isolate my nodes, sir. Means so that I have
That you're doing already in 29 also, right? How is it different?
means, sir, suppose I have isolated my means the negative node, and I'm taking that node to the front of the.
You can isolate directly with line number 29 also, right? Why do you need line number 24 for it? Assigning it first null and then head temp, right?
Yes, sir. I just did it for my convenience, sir. So
Okay.
means
Got it.
yes.
Got it. Makes sense. Okay, let's jump quickly to the next question, okay?
Okay,
On
sir.
line number 47, I'm putting the next question. So, what I want from you is that you will get a stream of orders, right? When I say order in an e-commerce company, right, you get orders. Let's say a product A is sold for five quantities,
Okay,
right?
sir.
What I want from you is what are the top K products at any time, every time, sorry, at every time the order is placed, right? So let's say A product was sold for five quantity, you will get a nudge for it. You have to print top K elements. Let's say K is defined as 2. So the top two elements here would be only A because we don't have any other element. Now let's say B comes with order quantity 10. So now looking at the order quantity, the top two products would be B and A, one with 10 quantity and one with 5 quantity. Now
Okay.
let's say C comes with the order quantity 15. Now the top two will be C and B. One special case I can tell you proactively is that A, let's say, again comes with the order and quantity 10. Now the top two products will be C and A. Why? Because A is 10 now, but it has come before as 5. So 10 plus 5 is 15. And C was also 15. So top two products would be C and A in terms of quantity sold. Right. So this is a question.
Okay, sir. Uh, means products means can come with a updated value. In this case, first A has a means
Not update value, it's a new value, right? Because a new order is placed.
means first order was as of A means 5,
Yes.
and second order of 10, sir.
Yes.
Then I have a question that whether I consider total order means
Total.
A has a total order of 15.
Yes, total. You have to consider total.
Okay, sir. So basically means how many number of means maximum calls I'm supposed to means for how many number of calls the function will be called, sir.
For every time an order is placed.
Okay, so what is the maximum number of orders means
Million orders coming in.
okay, sir. And means I will be provided with a means a k means I have to retain the top k orders.
Yes. K will be a global variable you can consider.
Okay, okay, sir. Means there is a stream coming of the orders, and means at any time t I have to find that top k, means if the number is less than k, then I have to find that number also.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, sir. So, and I have another question, sir. Means how many types of products we have? Suppose means whether we have only means
We can have a million products.
okay, we can have million products. Okay, makes sense, sir. So I am thinking of using a max heap here, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So means I'll implement it using the priority key, means
Okay.
whenever means I'll suppose I'm at the ith order and means its value is 15, sir, suppose,
Okay.
and my heap's maximum size is means heap size is already means uh, k. So in that case, suppose I have to remove the means the smallest entry present, sir, and replace it with the current entry, then at any time t I'll be having the top k products.
Okay. So the what is the size of the heap you're maintaining?
Sir, k, sir.
Okay. So let's say A comes with quantity 5. So A is
Yes.
the top of the heap.
Yes,
Now
sir.
B comes with 10. Now B is the top.
Yes,
Your
sir.
size 2 is met. K is already 2. Now
Yes.
C comes with 15. What you will do?
uh, Suppose, sir, I'm using a min heap in place of max heap, sir. So I'll remove the
What will happen with your max heap approach? You're not going to use it?
no, sir. I can also use max heap if I can just means reverse it, means, or I can means
Okay. So if you want to mini, but that's fine. I want to dry run your heap
yes, sir.
on the solution. So you are
Yes,
going to
sir.
with my mini.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now A is 5. So A
Yes,
is
sir.
the top. Now B comes with 10. Now again A is the top. B is inserted.
Yes,
Now
sir.
K is equal to 2. Now C comes. What you will do?
Actually, I check whether my minimum element is whether greater than means the
Okay.
means number of orders for the current product is greater than the minimum entry in the heap or not. Based on that, sir,
Okay. 15 was greater than 5. Now what you will do?
I can just means pop out the top value and put that value in the heap, sir.
Great. Now C is at the bottom and B is at the top. Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now B and C are the top two elements. And if anytime you want to print it, you'll just emit the or like pop both the elements and print it.
Yes, sir.
Got it. Now A comes with 10. Your solution will fail.
Yes, sir. My because I don't have the previous order for the A.
Yes.
Yes, sir. For that, sir, I'll maintain a hash set, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Means suppose I'll check whether the element is present in the hash set or not. Uh, I'll just increase its value.
Okay. What will do after that?
I'll update values also in the hash set and also in the minip, sir.
Okay. Now tell me, there was an existing element like C and B were already on the heap.
Yes, sir.
Now C comes to the updated value, right? Another value, matlab.
Yes, sir.
20 more orders have been placed for C. You update in the hash set, but how will you update in the heap? C is already there somewhere, but you don't know where, right? Because K could be 100, K could be 1000, K could be anywhere, C could be anywhere, C might not be at the top.
Means that would create multiple entries in the.
Yes.
Okay.
How do you know? First thing, how do you know whether it's there in the heap or not? Second, if it is there, how will you update its value?
Okay. So, what will be the maximum expected value for the case, sir?
Million?
Okay. Means I means in some case I have to retain the million cases, top million products.
Yes.
Okay. So let me think over this.
Sure.
So basically, problem is with the min heap is that multiple entries. It will be 10. Okay. Mm, Let me try it. First entry is A with a 5. Suppose second entry will be 10. Use list. Okay, so basically, in the line number 67, sir, I have written an example, sir,
Okay.
where the size of means value of k is 1, sir.
Okay.
So, so for this entry, my a will be the product A will be the answer.
Okay.
Then for when I reach here, then my product B will be the answer.
Right.
Then the twist comes here, sir. Means I'm supposed to
Pick
means
the latest one. You
pick
should
the
print A.
yes, sir. Also, I have to take care of its previous value.
Yes. Yeah. So A is now 10. B is also 10. But the last one to become 10 is A. So you should print out A.
Yes, sir. Means in order to avoid the multiple entry from the min heap, sir, first I have to remove the means instance of the current element if it is already present in the min heap, sir.
Okay. And then insert it back. Is it like that?
Yes, sir. Kind of like this. But
How how much time will it take to kind of find an element in a heap, remove it, and then insert it back?
yes, sir. Insertion itself takes means a log n time where n is the size of the heap, and also
Right.
removal will also take the same time. Uh, means function will again have to build the heap. So
Right.
okay, so I'm thinking of a solution which doesn't use a heap, but as you are saying, sir, k can be million times.
Yep.
Okay.
And you might be wasting your time in searching for the element, right? It might not be present in the heap at all.
Yes, sir.
How can you optimize that with using some information outside the heap? Can you do something like that?
Uh,
If you know already that, hey, whether I have to search the heap or not.
Means I can. How can I do this optimization?
Yep.
Okay.
So that you don't have to search for all the elements. You only search for the elements that are already there in the heap.
Elements. I can also take in account the elements which are present in the heap, currently
Okay.
present in the heap. Suppose I can use means set that which element is present in the heap. Means I think means I can't use the map which I have discussed with you, because
Hmm.
heap may or may not contain the entry,
Hmm.
because the entry may be present in the hash map, but it's not necessary that it will be present in the top k frequent elements.
Right.
So for that also I have to create a means what elements, which elements are present in my heap.
Yes.
Okay. Searching in the heap would also take me some time, so I have to take the help of the another guys. I can use a hash set, means which elements are currently present in my means elements, and also I can maintain the set. Means whenever I pop element, I remove it from the hash set. Whenever I insert element, I just put it into the hash set. So in that way, I'll be having top k frequency in the hash set, and also in constant time complexity, I can check into the hash set whether the element is already is in the heap or not. If it's already in the heap, then in that case, I have to pop it instance and add it to the current its current value and put it again into the heap.
So you're saying in the hash set you'll have the information whether a particular product is there in the heap or not. And if it is there on the heap, you'll have to find it out, update its value, and again push it back.
Yes, sir. That would be pretty
So
complex.
when you want to pop it, you'll have to pop all the elements until you find it and have to store it somewhere and to kind of maintain the list, right? And then update the value, push it back, and push all the elements that you popped before it back to the heap, right?
Actually, I'm just gonna use the heaps inbuilt function to remove a specific entry, sir.
Okay, but complexity wise, this is gonna happen, right?
Yes, sir. This is what is happening, sir.
Okay, so what is the time complexity of the remove function in a heap?
Okay, so remove function consists of the steps, means searching for that element, then removing that element, then again building the heap. So
Okay.
yes, sir. So that would be again building the heap, sir. That would suppose at max the k entries are present in the heap, sir.
Right.
So that would be in order to form a heap. So like the linear type, sir.
Hmm.
Yes, sir. Searching would be any city. But in order to the heap, I need a linear time.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So linear time. So you're saying end time will take to kind of find the element, remove it, and then put it back
Yes, sir.
on top of what you were doing earlier. Okay. So can you just tell me the flow again, the overall flow, and then we'll come to the code part of it.
Okay, sir. So basically, overflow means the flow of the will be like this, sir. I'll be having a priority queue, a hash
Okay.
map, a hash map. Okay,
Okay.
to hash map to store the previous value, and priority queue to store the top k frequent values, top k products, or I can say, and the hash set for the entries which are the products which are present in the I can say priority queue, sir. So I'll be means getting the orders. So suppose at the t time I get a order I. So first I'll check whether the is this same element is present in my heap or not.
Okay.
If it is already there, then I don't need to check the hash map.
Mhm.
If it is not there, then I'll have to look the hash map whether its previous value exists or not. If it exists, then I'll update that value in the hash map also, and
Mhm.
also compare it with the top of the priority queue.
Okay.
And based on that, I'll just skip it or just insert it.
Mhm. Okay.
So if I insert the current value in the into the my priority key, then I'll be also adding it to my hash set, which will be the constant time. And if I'm removing a value from the priority key, then also I have to remove it from the hash set.
Okay. Got it.
Yes, sir.
If you're removing it, why do you have to remove it from the you just have to remove the information that it's in the heap or not.
Yes, sir.
Got it. Let's come to the implementation for this, Naresh.
Okay, sir.
Quickly code it out. We have about 8 to 10 minutes left before we come to the feedback part of it. Okay.
Okay, okay, sir. Okay. So I'll be having a function which returns, actually which prints the. So I'll be given a k, and also the product. Suppose the product is care value. The code of the product is a care value, and also a value of the number of orders of the. So I need a hash map of a character and an integer. And also I need also I need a priority queue of tiers from a different class, and sort it based on the. I'll be using a comparator to sort it into means comparing the values of the number of the products.
Yep.
suppose I am having two pairs. I'll be comparing values by their okay. There will be two conditions, sir. First one is if my set contains the current product, or if doesn't contains the current product.
Okay.
So yes, sir. So if contains the current product means the my product is present in the priority queue. So I just need to
But it might happen, right? That the set is a hash set, right? So it might not contain the product. It might contain the product and it's still not be in the queue, right?
no, sir. I think this will be not possible,
What will happen for the previous elements? Let's say A was there earlier, but
sir. Based on the whether I'm inserting or the popping out the element, I'll be updating my set. So it only contains the
okay, you have a hash map separately. Got it.
yes, sir.
Yeah, I was thinking it. You could have used the same one also, right? You can create a pair and the hash map itself to kind of store the set value. But that's fine. You can go ahead with this.
Yes, sir. So this will be a kind of skeleton for the my code, sir. Suppose if my set contains the product,
Hmm.
then I means there is no need to check the hash map. If my set doesn't contains the product, means there may be a previous value of the current product which I need to consider, and I have to update that value in the hash map. And if I insert that value in the queue, then also I have to update that value in the hash set. So
Got it.
yes, sir. So if my map contains the product, then value for the so if my means the current mean value is smaller or equal to, means I'm also considering the equal condition, because I have to
Hmm.
update when the means the with the most recent value with the equal value.
Right.
Right. So if this value is smaller than the value, then in that case I'll be calling out my queue, and then new pair of the product and its value. As my headset doesn't contain the project, then I also need to set to that the current product to the set. Okay, it's kind of getting a bit complex.
Okay. Where are
Okay.
you stuck?
Just consider it, sir, when my hash present contains, means the current element is not present in the queue but present in the map, means present in the map. Else,
Okay.
else if my product is not present in the map, then also I simply need to go to that into the, and if my web is then I just need to repeat this step. basically. Okay.
I think in interest of time, Naresh, let's
Yes.
hold it for here, right? You can copy the code, you can complete it later on, right? Let's come to the part of feedback, right? I think that is more important to discuss right now.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay, so I'll tell you, right? Very impressive, right? Very, very impressive. You were able to solve both the problems. You were able to come to the optimal approach that I had in mind, right? You were able to follow the leads and able to code it out. The first question you were able to code it out very well. You
Yes.
took about 17 minutes to solve the first problem entirely, right? Starting from the problem to the end code with covering all the edge cases. That was wonderful.
Yes, sir.
But I had concerns on the second problem,
Yes, sir.
right? Because second problem is where I would want you to speed up, right? The speed was not up to the mark.
Yes,
The
sir.
second question is ambiguous. It doesn't have give much clarity. It is not very straightforward. It is not a question that you see very regularly. It is a common question with a twist in it, if you understand it, right? Top key elements is usually asked, but top k in a stream, then we have products and have tied up latest one, all the edge cases. Very nice on getting out those edge cases from me, right? You were able to identify ki, yaar, this is a one edge case, this is one edge case, beautiful. But the way you executed it, the way you came to the final optimized approach, you took some time. You need to cut down on that time
Yes, sir.
by thinking fast. ठीक है? Jump to one solution to another and try to understand if the interviewer is leading you there. Ask questions, and if you think here there's something I should spend more time on, then spend time on that one. Don't stick to multiple approaches. Just stick to one approach and spend your time there. Right? बाकी it was very good. First question में तो मुझे कोई problem ही नहीं है. The problem is the second problem, right? कि there you have to be a bit quick. You spend more than half an hour on it,
Yes, sir.
right? And right now also we don't have a working solution for it. Okay, so we need to cut down the 10 minutes time that we have for the second problem. First was up to the mark.
Okay,
You
sir.
get only 20 minutes to solve a problem entirely.
Yes,
It
sir.
should be in your mind. Sometimes the interview might be only interested in one problem. No, that's fine. But in your mind, it should be like 20 minutes. I have to complete it. Take care. Data structure knowledge, very good. Okay, you had all the data structure knowledge required for this. You know how to implement them also. It just like the cases, the edge cases. You had lot of if else coming up.
Yes, sir. I was also thinking.
You got that right. You're seeing in your code, right? So before writing the code, you should think about the algorithm first
Yes, sir.
and cover out all the cases in the algorithm. The interviewer might rush you कि यार कोड लिखो बट नहीं, अपने आप में माइंड में एकदम क्लैरिटी रखना कि आई वांट टू सॉल्व द प्रॉब्लम इन इट्स एंटायरिटी. कुछ भी अगर एज केस मिस होगा ना, फिर वो इफ एल्स बढ़ते जाएंगे
Yes, sir.
और एक टाइम ऐसा आएगा कोड फट जाएगा, बोलते हैं राइट, वो कोड ब्रेक हो जाएगा.
Yes, sir.
सो यू हैव टू मेक श्योर कि वो फटे ना, वो ब्रेक ना करे.
Yes, sir.
गेटिंग इट राइट. रेस्ट इट वाज गुड. नेमिंग पे थोड़ा सा ध्यान दो, ठीक है. हैश मैप को मैप नहीं बोल सकते, हैश सेट को सेट नहीं बोल सकते, प्रायोरिटी क्यू को क्यू नहीं बोल सकते.
Okay,
एक
sir.
आपको एनालॉजी दी गई है एक प्रोडक्ट के बारे में, है ना, एक प्रोडक्ट है, उसका एक सेट है, तो उसके बारे में नाम रखो, ठीक है, अभी नहीं, बाद में यू कैन गो बैक एंड सी कि इसको कैसे चेंज करना है,
Yes.
राइट. वेदर इट इज प्रेजेंट और नॉट, सो नेमिंग शुड बी करेक्ट, ठीक है. हर चीज का, अब जैसे कि प्रोडक्ट था, जैसे कि सॉल्व में यू हैव टेकन अ कैरेक्टर प्रोडक्ट एंड इट्स एंड वैल्यू. इसको आप एक क्लास भी बना सकते हो.
Yes, sir.
क्लास के अंदर दोनों वेरिएबल डिफाइन कर सकते हो, प्रोडक्ट और उसकी वो, और एक क्लास के ऑब्जेक्ट को अपने अंदर ले सकते हो एज अ इनपुट.
Yes, sir.
के को आपने इनपुट लिया है, के तो कभी इनपुट होगा ही नहीं, आर्ग्यूमेंट होगा ही नहीं, ये तो एक ग्लोबल वेरिएबल होना चाहिए.
Yes, sir.
आपने हैश सेट, हैश मैप और प्रायोरिटी क्यू तीनों
Yes, sir.
को लोकल बनाया है, वो
Yes,
लोकल
sir.
नहीं होंगे.
Yes, sir. Actually, in between my code, I'm considering it as a constructor. Then I was just stuck with the problem itself, sir. I know means I have to create a separate constructor and a separate call function. Means all these data structures need to be global, sir.
करेक्ट. तो जब भी कोड करो ना, उस टाइम ये मत सोचना कि इसको मैं बाद में करूंगा.
Okay.
नथिंग फॉर बाद, हमेशा पहले प्रोएक्टिव.
Okay.
बाद में क्या होगा ना कि तुमने अब ये कोड सबमिट होगा, इसमें इतनी बाद में कोई देखेगा ना इस कोड को, उसको नहीं पता चलेगा क्या स्टोरी थी. तो वो तो कहेगा, क्योंकि ये जो आप कोड लिखते हो ये सिर्फ इंटरव्यूअर जो ले रहा है वो नहीं, उसके अलावा पूरे पैनलिस्ट देखते हैं. तो यू हैव टू मेक श्योर दैट योर कोड इज रिटन इन अ मैनर कि वो आधा भी हो लेकिन आधा भी सही लिखा हो,
ओके सर।
नेमिंग सही हो, क्लास बनी हो, स्ट्रक्चर बना हो, कंस्ट्रक्टर बना हो, सब बनाओ।
यस
ठीक है
सर।
ना? पूरा करने की जरूरत नहीं है, ठीक है, नहीं हो पाता है पूरा कई बार, बट जितना करो सही करो। गेटिंग इट राइट?
ओके सर।
पहले प्रॉब्लम पे आते हैं एक बार। ठीक है, पहले प्रॉब्लम में नल केसेस। ठीक है, जबरदस्ती से आपने जो 24th लाइन और 29 में करा है ना, टेम डॉट नेक्स्ट, इट कुड
यस
हैव
सर।
बीन अवॉइडेड। आपको दो बार एक हर एक लाइन के एग्जीक्यूशन में एक ऑपरेशन लगता है, वो कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी में ऐड नहीं करता, बट नंबर ऑफ ऑपरेशन शुड बी लेस।
यस सर।
This could have been avoided. When interview suggests you something, accept it. Do not say कि because it's not helping you out anywhere. कैसे help नहीं कर रहा, वो तुम्हारे साइकोलॉजिकल तुम्हें माइंड लग रहा है कि यार वो फ्री हो गया, बट नहीं, फ्री नहीं से you point m dot next to head them, it is already freeing it. और उसके पहले का आपने नोड का कनेक्शन हटा दिया है, previous dot next equal to m dot next कर चुके हो आप ऑलरेडी, तो you should accept it. Now cases you handled it well. यहाँ पे नेमिंग पे इतना कुछ नहीं होगा, तो फंक्शन का नाम है सॉल्व, वो नहीं चलेगा। ठीक है, अब आपने लिस्ट नोड का यूज किया, लिस्ट नोड को डिफाइन अगर कर देते ना तो परफेक्ट हो जाता। आपने लिस्ट नोड को स्ट्रक्चर नहीं बनाया, उसका क्लास नहीं बनाई, ठीक है ना? अगर आप
ओके।
उसकी भी क्लास बना देते तो ये जो आपने डॉट वैल्यू डॉट नेक्स्ट ये सब यूज किया है, ये बेटर समझ में आता है इंटरव्यूअर को, और बाद में जो कोई कोड देखता है उसको लगता है कि इसने क्लास के ऊप्स के अच्छे कॉन्सेप्ट्स का यूज किया गया है।
ओके सर, गेटिंग इट सर।
गेटिंग इट? गेटिंग इट ना?
यस सर।
एंड अदर देन दैट इट वाज गुड, बट उसी में स्पीड अप करने की जरूरत है। मुझे ना इस सेकंड प्रॉब्लम का पूरा कोड लिख के भेजना है एक बार स्लैक
Yes,
पे।
sir. I'm kind of also have gut feel that I can code it much better in a much better matter.
हाँ, तो इसको बेटर फॉर्मेट में स्ट्रक्चर बना के क्लास बना के कोड करो और चला के देखो, किसी आईडी पे जाके चला के टेस्ट केस रन करके जब बदल जाए तो मुझको फिर भेजना बाद में कोड स्लैक पे, आई वांट टू सी इट।
Okay, sir.
एंड कब स्टार्ट हो रहे हैं, प्लेसमेंट स्टार्ट हो गए क्या? अभी एंड ऑफ जुलाई में ना?
एक्चुअली सर अभी करंटली वो हुआ है सर, ड्राइव में लॉगिन हुआ है सर, सो अभी होंगे शुरू सर। रफ आइडिया है सर 25 का सर, 28 से कॉलेज स्टार्ट है, सो सर ऑफलाइन है, सो उसके बाद ही होंगे सर।
मैं तो कहूंगा बैक टू बैक मॉक दो। तुम एक ऐसी शेप में हो अभी नरेश कि जहां पे तुम्हारी प्रिपरेशन अच्छी है, तुम्हें सिर्फ स्पीड अच्छी करनी है। ठीक है,
यस सर।
तुम्हें डेटा से नॉलेज अच्छी है, प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग तुम्हारा अच्छा है, स्पीड पे हमें काम करना है। स्पीड ऐसे करना है हमें कि 20 मिनट में एक प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करना है अपने को।
Sir, actually, I'm kind of facing issue with the ID. Means I have a habit of solving questions where braces get auto completed, and also these brackets also get auto completed. Means not the any kind of means data
समझ गया।
any
बट
syntax.
यार इसके प्रिपरेशन ऐसे ही रखो, बिकॉज कई बार क्या होता है ना, जैसे अगर गूगल का इंटरव्यू दोगे आप,
Yes, sir.
गूगल का इंटरव्यू होता है गूगल डॉक्स में, गूगल
Yes, sir.
डॉक्स में यार पता है ना, तो वहां पे भी कुछ काम नहीं करता। यहाँ पे तो फिर भी हाईलाइट हो रहे हैं, ठीक
Yes,
है,
sir.
वहां पे हाईलाइट वाईलाइट कुछ नहीं होता है, वहां पे सब खुद करना पड़ता है आपको।
Yes,
तो
sir.
प्रैक्टिस हमेशा ऐसी ही करनी चाहिए। आई वुड से कि इस प्रैक्टिस को ज्यादा फॉलो करो एज कम्पेयर टू आईडी वाला प्रैक्टिस। ठीक है ना? इस प्रैक्टिस पे आओ, बाकी आई थिंक यू आर डूइंग रियली गुड, बस स्पीड पे हमें काम करने की जरूरत है। तो मैं तो कहूंगा कि इफ पॉसिबल ना, डोंट वेट फॉर नेक्स्ट संडे टू हैव द मॉक, एक और
Yes, sir.
मॉक रखते हैं फटाफट से। ठीक है, मतलब वेडनेसडे को रखो, आई वुड से
Okay.
वेडनेसडे को एक और मॉक रखते हैं, और 20 20 20 60 मिनट्स होते हैं। ठीक है, मैं 10 मिनट एक्स्ट्रा दे दूंगा तुमको फीडबैक के लिए, बट मुझे 20 20 मिनट में 3 क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करने हैं, और जहां 20 मिनट हुए और तुमने क्वेश्चन सॉल्व नहीं किया, मैं जंप कर दूंगा अगले क्वेश्चन पे।
Okay, sir.
ठीक है,
Okay,
तो
sir.
मैं चाहता हूँ कि तुम्हारी स्पीड ऐसी बढ़ जाए ना। देखो, ऐसा नहीं है कि हर कंपनी 20 मिनट में प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करने को कहेगी।
Yes, sir.
तुम्हें ही पता है जो फैंग कंपनीज है उनमें ही ये चीज चलती है, बाकी जगह नहीं होता है। बाकी जगह बड़े रिलैक्स तरीके से इंट्रो होगा, सब कुछ होगा। गूगल में इंट्रो भी नहीं होता है। आप गूगल के इंटरव्यू में जाओगे, वो सीधे बोलेंगे हाय हेलो माय नेम इज दिस, योर नेम इज दिस, लेट्स कम टू द प्रॉब्लम। बिकॉज उनके पास 45 मिनट्स का इंटरव्यू होता है गूगल का, 1 घंटे का भी नहीं होता। 20 20 मिनट्स के 2 क्वेश्चन और 5 मिनट का इंट्रो इधर उधर जाएगा बस। ठीक है, कोई फॉलोअप क्वेश्चन के लिए भी टाइम नहीं छोड़ते वो लोग लास्ट में। तो इसीलिए हमें उस स्केल की प्रिपरेशन करनी है, बिकॉज आई सी द कैलिबर, बस हमें उसको डायरेक्शन देनी है, वैसे स्पीड पे आना है। ठीक है, यू व्हाट यू स्टार्ट डूइंग इज, आप प्रॉब्लम्स को लो, कॉम्प्लेक्स प्रॉब्लम्स जो आपने नहीं देखे। प्रॉब्लम क्या हो रहा है, आपने प्रॉब्लम्स करे हुए हैं, ठीक है, अब आपको यूनिक प्रॉब्लम्स करने हैं। आप ये जो कोडिंग के इवेंट्स हो रहे हैं अभी लीड कोड पे, डेली वीक
Yes, sir. I'm giving the weekly and bi-weekly contest on the lead code itself.
टाइम क्या हो रहा है, टाइम क्या कर पा रहे हो?
Time actually, sir. देर आर 4 क्वेश्चंस आर अलॉटेड टू अस, मींस 4 क्वेश्चन
हाँ
देते हैं सर हमको
हाँ।
बेसिकली। सो अभी मेरा पिछले 4-5 कॉन्टेस्ट से सर मैं थर्ड क्वेश्चन का ये हो जाता है मेरे को, मींस टाइम एप्लस ऑफ टाइम रहता है सर। मैं पहले 2 क्वेश्चंस होते हैं, एक इजी होता है एक मीडियम होता है, या फिर 2 मीडियम होते हैं सर, वो मैं फटाफट 30 मिनट में सोल्व कर देता हूँ सर, सबमिट भी
हम्म
हो जाते हैं वो सारे
हम्म
टेस्ट केसेस पास। बट मैं जैसे ही थर्ड क्वेश्चन पे जंप करता हूँ तो सर कुछ मींस कमी महसूस होने लगती है, जैसे कि इस क्वेश्चन के लिए पर्टिकुलर ट्रिक थी वो तो अवॉइड हो सकती है सर,
हम्म।
बट या फिर दोनों क्वेश्चन ही हार्ड थे तो उस जगह थोड़ी मुश्किल होती है सर। मींस दो तो बहुत ज्यादा कंफर्टेबली सोल्व हो जाते हैं सर।
गॉट इट गॉट इट। ठीक है, तो अपने को स्पीड पे ही काम करना है। तुम अपने टाइमर लेके बैठ रहे हो टाइमर लेके, मतलब हाँ तो टाइमर चलता है बट वैसे टाइमर लेके बैठ रहे हो?
यस सर, जैसे अभी मैं जो न्यू क्वेश्चंस के लिए सर लीड कोड कर रहा हूँ सर,
हाँ।
लेकिन डेली मैं 3 क्वेश्चंस इंटरव्यू बिट के कर रहा हूँ, जो मींस जो मैंने प्रीवियसली कुछ किए भी हुए हैं लीड कोड पे, या फिर
हम्म
जो कंपनीज में पूछे जाते हैं। सो
हम्म।
बेसिकली वो हमें एक टाइम फॉर्मेट प्रोवाइड करते हैं इंटरव्यू, मींस विद इन
राइट।
टाइम
हाँ।
लिमिट, उसको फॉलो करता हूँ सर मैं।
गॉट इट। नहीं ठीक है वो, ठीक है तो उसी को फॉलो करो। इस प्रैक्टिस को ज्यादा बढ़ाओ अब
यस
ज्यादा पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं है, अब ना आपको सिर्फ हैंड्स ऑन करना है। स्पीड को इंक्रीज करना है विद करंट नेमिंग्स। ये जो अब ना नाम पे ध्यान दो, अब तुम्हें मैंने बता दिया तुम अपने आप ध्यान दोगे, लेकिन अब से जब भी कोई प्रॉब्लम करोगे, लीड कोड पे करो चाहे इंटरव्यू बिट पे करो, नाम पे ध्यान दो कि आप नेम कैसे कर रहे हो, आप स्ट्रक्चर कैसे बना रहे हो कोड का, कोड कॉम्प्लेक्स रीडेबिलिटी कैसी है कोड की। ये फैक्टर्स ना आपको ब्राउनी पॉइंट्स देते हैं जो आपके सिलेक्शन और रिजेक्शन का जो वो फेंस होता है ना, आपको सिलेक्शन की तरफ ले जाएंगे। और जब आप फेंस पे होते हो, जब नेमिंग सही नहीं होती है तो आपको रिजेक्शन की तरफ ले जाते हैं। क्योंकि जो बाकी पैनलिस्ट बैठते हैं ना वो कहते हैं यार देखो कोड उसने सही लिखा, लेकिन यार ये बार रेज नहीं कर रहा। तुमने सुना होगा बार रेज का
बार
कॉन्सेप्ट।
रेजर राउंड, यस सर।
तो जो बार रेज अराउंड अलग होता है, लेकिन ना ओवरऑल आपको अगर Amazon में सेलेक्ट होना है, यू हैव टू बी बेटर देन 50% ऑफ द करंट Amazon पीपल। ठीक
ओके।
है, अगर आपको उनसे बेटर करना है तो वो जब बेटर करने वाली बात है वो बोलेंगे देखो मीट कर रहा है बार को, बार को रेज नहीं कर रहा। क्यों रेज नहीं कर रहा? बिकॉज कोड सॉल्व कर दिया, प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व कर दी, कोड लिख दिया, चल रहा है कोड, लेकिन नाम देखो। बार रेजर क्या होगा? यू इफ यू वांट टू रेज द बार यू हैव टू इंश्योर कि यार मैं क्लास बनाऊं, मैं क्लास का स्ट्रक्चर बनाऊं, उसके कंस्ट्रक्टर बनाऊं। वो ना एक एच डी 2 से एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं वो चीज, वो तुम कर दोगे मतलब तुम बार रेज कर रहे हो। तो
ओके
व्हाई नॉट डू इट? ज्यादा टाइम नहीं लगता उसमें, 1 मिनट लगेगा, फटाफट फटाफट करना है
यस
बस।
सर, थोड़ी देर का काम है सर।
बस तो उसकी प्रैक्टिस कर लो एक बार। ठीक है, और नेक्स्ट टाइम जब हम मिलेंगे,
यस
वेडनेसडे टारगेट करते हैं।
सर, ओके सर, वेडनेसडे टारगेट करते हैं।
I will have three set of problems for you from different data structure and algorithm concepts. इस
ओके
बार
सर।
डीपी भी रखेंगे थोड़ा सा, बिकॉज
ओके
डीपी
सर,
में टाइम लगेगा, है
नो
ना?
प्रॉब्लम सर।
तो उसमें और टाइमर रहेगा, और आपको ऐसा ब्रेक डाउन करना है अपने माइंड में कि 5 मिनट में मुझे प्रॉब्लम को ब्रेक डाउन करके, 5 मिनट में सॉल्यूशन ब्रेक डाउन करके, 10 मिनट लास्ट के कोड के रखने हैं। 5 5 + 10, फिर ऐसे करके 3 बार इटरेशन में हमारे 3 प्रॉब्लम्स
ओके।
सॉल्व हो जाएंगे।
यस सर।
ठीक है, रखें टारगेट ऐसा।
यस सर, नो प्रॉब्लम सर, मजे आएंगे सर।
हाँ मजे आएंगे, और ये जो बताया है मैंने, फीडबैक दिया है, इसको मुझे अगली बार इंप्लीमेंटेड चाहिए, अगली बार
ओके
सेम
सर।
फीडबैक नहीं चाहिए कि यार
ओके
नाम
सर,
सही नहीं है, कंस्ट्रक्टर नहीं है, सब नहीं है।
नेमिंग नो एक्स्ट्रा कोड एंड आल्सो एक्स्ट्रा कोड which is required for
हाँ
classes।
एग्जैक्टली एग्जैक्टली। नाइस, ग्रेट ग्रेट, नहीं सही चल रहा है, बढ़िया चल रहा है, करो मेहनत करो लग के, बढ़िया फोड़ना है प्लेसमेंट्स में, नहीं?
ओके सर।
ठीक है, चलो, ओके नरेश, नाइस टॉकिंग टू यू,
और
गुड
आप
नाइट। हाँ,
सर, मेरे को फ्यू क्वेश्चंस होते हैं सर, वो मींस मैं ज्यादा करता नहीं परेशान, बट एक दो हो जाते हैं डाउट सर, आप उसका रिप्लाई कर दिया करो सर स्लैक पे।
अच्छा स्लैक पे ना यार, मैं स्लैक पे ही ना, ये स्लैक एक तो इनका
मेरे को समझ नहीं आता, मैंने पहली बार यूज कर रहा हूँ सर स्लैक। अच्छा।
अच्छा
यस
एक
सर।
सेकेंड ना, मैं एक बार खोलता हूँ इनका स्लैक। मैंने मोबाइल पे डाल लिया था ये इनका वाला स्लैक। एक सेकेंड ना, प्री प्लेस्ड कम्युनिटी। हाँ तुम एक काम करा करो नरेश, यू ना, आप ना उस ग्रुप में डाला करो जो नरेश कुमार
ओके सर,
प्लानिंग ट्रायल ना, उसमें क्या है ना कि वो बाकी लोग भी हैं, अगर मैं रिप्लाई नहीं करूंगा ना
वो
तो वो
आपको वो
लोग,
कर देंगे, यस।
हाँ वो मेरे को नच कर देंगे एक बार,
ओके
तो
सर।
वहां से मैं आपको रिप्लाई कर दूंगा।
ओके।
ठीक है,
यस
आपके
सर।
जो भी डाउट्स होता है वहां डालते रहा करो, मैं रात को रिप्लाई कर दूंगा।
ओके सर।
ठीक है,
यस
चलो, ओके नरेश, सी यू ऑन वेडनेसडे देन।
सर, थैंक यू सर।
बाय बाय।
बाय।